Hey guys, Cajun Reseller here, back with another Thrift With Me video. Today we're going to hit up 4 thrift stores. I hit up like 6, but I only recorded at 4 because I found things at 4. So let's cut to the footage from the thrift stores. Here we are at thrift store number 1. I found one item already. I'm going to show you all this ink, Epson ink. It's only 95 cents, so I'll pick that up for sure. Go into the area where the plush are contained, and there's a decent amount here. In the past I've gotten bags full. The last 2 times I've been here I've gotten decent bags full. Today I don't get any bags. There's nothing there that really stands out to me. That little Charmander tail, which is not branded as Pokemon, so I didn't pick it up. I assume it went to a costume or something. The Jellycat, that was a surprise. That's very random to just be sitting there. I guess they must have put that out today or something because like I talk about in the summary that I'm going to show in a second, Mardi Gras time is right now, and plush are not very easy to find. But I keep looking through this. I look at that gun dinosaur. That thing's been there a long time. I've never picked it up. I don't think it's worth it to pick up for the price they're going to charge. They make up prices as they go at this thrift store. Sometimes it's 50 cents to 95 cents per plush. Other times it's like $10. So, and then sometimes the bag is only 11 or 16 or 20. Just depends on which employee is cashing me out that day. So keep looking at the plush here. I don't pick up any other ones other than the Jellycat. So that Jellycat's actually a pretty good one. I didn't look it up until I got home, but that little cat might have been worth it. Couldn't tell if it was TY or not. It didn't have any of the tush tags, so you can't really tell. Google Lens would have just thrown back a result that I wouldn't have been sure about. But there's some more plush there, and then they have another bin of plush right here. But that one's pretty looked over as well. Usually that one's full, but this time it wasn't very full at all. So at thrift store number 1, y'all saw me pick up 3 items. Y'all saw me pick up 2 items. I picked up 3. This Epson ink is worth around $23, I think. It's expired 10 of 2021, but you can still sell ink if it's new in the packaging on eBay. You just have to put the expiration date of it, obviously. This little Jellycat is actually worth around $40, maybe a little bit more than 40, somewhere in that area. It's a pink and white Jellycat, Santa. This is the thrift store. This is the Jellycat logo. This is the thrift store where I normally get the bag of plush for $15 or $20 or $11, whatever the employee decides that day. Today it was the employee who said $15 and then said next time they're going to charge $20. So paid $1 for this little guy. I didn't see any other plush. Y'all saw in the video there really weren't that many there. The last item I picked up, you're probably not going to be able to see it very well, but it's the Wise Men. I don't know how easily that's going to be seen. It's a tapestry / throw blanket, whatever you want to call it, but it's the 3 wise men burying their gifts. So that's it for thrift stop number 1. Here's thrift store number 2 with their specialized LSU and Saints section. That is where I usually don't even look half the time because it's going to be overpriced. I like finding LSU stuff in storage units because then I can get it basically way cheaper. That's a brand, Sperry. Never really sold Sperry too well. I know it can sell well, but I just typically avoid it. And the shoes here are decently priced actually, but I passed up those shoes. This is usually the jacket section. I passed all the jackets up today. Maybe that was worth it. Catalina, I think was that brand. But this store is usually one where I like to get plush, but as I'm going to show in a second, there was very slim pickings today. So at this thrift store, I think I pick up like 6 or 7 items of clothing. This is the new clothing racks here. I always like looking at the new clothing racks rather than the ones that are 50% off. Or this thrift store, I think they go like 75%, 50%, 25% based on the tag color. This tag color obviously is the 100% or regular price because these are just put out. But I don't show any of the clothes I actually pick up, but they're on the other end of this rack. They were actually clothes that had just gotten put out as I was walking to them. So I don't pick up any of these. If those are any brands you recognize that I should have picked up, Tanya, Alicia, Victoria, let me know. This is the plush. Yeah. Very slim pickings, and obviously I don't pick up any because none of those are worth it. Thrift store number 2, y'all saw the footage from that. I look at some of the clothing, and then I go over to the plush bin, and there's nothing in the plush bin. Right now, in Louisiana, it is Mardi Gras time, so everyone is buying plush to throw at parades. So it's kind of hard for me to source plush right now. I do have a video prepped to go for that, but I do pick up a decent amount of clothes. None of them were shown in that video, But first one up is this sweater. I paid $4 for this. This thrift store is actually pretty good with their clothing pricing. It's Aran, Aran Sweater Market, Aran Islands, Ireland. So it was a very unique feeling sweater, and it also technically had the new tags on it. This is the COA for it. So I think it's worth around $50, probably somewhere in that range at least. It's a really nice sweater. Next up is, shout out to Jesse Shops, New Kids on the Block. This is a mixtape tour 2019 of New Kids on the Block. Has a list of all the tour dates. It is size 2XL. And it's Independent Trading Company is the manufacturer, but it's like a short sleeve, very lightweight hoodie. So that's one. I think I paid $2 for that one. Loverboy, never heard of the band, but they charged me $2 for that one as well. So this is Loverboy Tour 2017. Tour shirts for $2 or something like that. I will pick them up. This is a little late. Today is like February 8th or 9th, somewhere in that range. This one I paid $1 for, which is why I bought it. It's Grumpy Cat. No, 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 no. To Valentine's hearts, like the little hearts you get out of the Sweetheart box or whatever those are called. Made by Brock's, I think. This St. Patrick's Day shirt with cats on it. And the last item from that thrift store is this Colorado Avalanche. Little kids youth size jersey, size small starter. I didn't know what the brand, what team that was, but Google Lens told me pretty quickly. And this one was $1.50, so pretty cheap clothing overall. This thrift store is playing Wanted, Dead or Alive, so I had to turn down the music, or turn down the volume, so the voiceover's gonna be a little bit louder this time. I find a really good item here that I don't even realize it's worth as much. I'm going to throw up some screenshots here of the worth point. As you can see, based on worth point, this thing's worth around $100. That's just in the last year or two. Before that, it was going for like $30 or $40. I'm not sure why the cheese spreaders are worth so much now. And I'm doing the voiceover after I film the summary, so you're going to see me talk in a second, not even realize it's worth this much. But this item, that cheese spreaders, the coasters aren't worth as much, but the cheese spreaders, those are some good money. And this abacus thing, I picked it up, not really sure of the value of it. I'll talk about it in the summary in a second as well. But those cheese spreaders, that's just crazy. $100 item right there. And here comes the summary. At thrift store number 3, you only saw me pick up 2 items. Actually, you saw me pick up all 3. The 2 Ratatouilles, the cheese spreader, and the coasters. I thought those were really cool. They're new in the packaging. Ratatouille is a great movie if you haven't seen it. It's got the guy has red hair, so of course that means it's an awesome movie. This little thing as well, I picked this up. Y'all saw it in the video. I debated picking it up or not. I Google Lensed it. It's a Chinese abacus, I believe. I kind of knew that before I Google Lensed it, but I was hoping it would give me some kind of information on it. All that's on here is a number. I can't even tell what number it is right now. And then the $1.99, obviously. But for $1.99, I was gonna take the risk, and it looks unique to me. I'll have to do some more research on it. If any of y'all know anything about that, let me know. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do that research on my own, because it's not gonna be easy to look it up. Final thrift store. This is one of the aisles that's already had the stuff put out. This is a Linux item. It's only worth like $10 or $12, according to Google Lens at least. And there's one on Mercari listed for like $9 or $10. So I put that back. I do pick up a couple items here as well, obviously, because I'm filming a clip from it. But that's the new rack that gets put out. That's how they put them out at these thrift stores. This is a Goodwill. There's usually some golf clubs there, golf bags. But at this one, there wasn't any worth anything. I think there was actually a Nike golf bag as well, which they were asking like $25 for. And sometimes Nike can be good. Nike no longer makes golf clubs, from what I know at least. But that one just wasn't in good condition and wasn't worth picking up for me at least. And then I'd have to ship it as well, and I just don't look forward to shipping those. This is the Plush. There are a couple there. That is a huge bear. I don't pick it up. There's some TYs as well. Helena, I think, was that TY right there with the unicorn. It wasn't worth the money. It was worth like selling for like 12 new with tags, and that one was used. So, and then they were asking $3 for it. That's a Wild Republic kangaroo. I'm going to discuss that in the summary. Do pass those up. I do pick up these salmon. There's 4 of them there. They're $1 each. And they were decent profit, I think. I'll just, like I said, discuss that in the summary as well. And I do pick up 1 or 2 more items that are not shown on camera. So let's cut to the summary of what I find. The final thrift store I went to, y'all saw me look at Plush. I actually did find some. They were $1 each at this thrift store. The Kangaroo Wild Republic. It was new with tags, so I thought for a second, it might be pretty good. But when I looked it up, it was going for like 11 or 12 bucks, but there was 0 sold listings for it. So I put that back. This is like some kind of salmon. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but these are by Cabin Critters. I've sold some animals from there for $33, I think. It was like a cougar or mountain lion. I saw that somewhat recently. I got it at a garage sale. These are new with tags. They're some kind of salmon, but I'm planning to list these lots of 2 or twins, whatever you want to call them. From what my research showed, there were no sold listings, but I did buy them anyways. There was one listed for like $23 or $24. There was a bunch of solds for a different kind of salmon that was by Cabin Critters. So maybe I just need to lower the price to like, or put 2 up for like 30, and maybe that'll help them sell. I also got a couple more items that I didn't show in the video. These are LeBron James shoes. Can't really find, not going to say the style because it's kind of hard to read it on these, but Mr. LeBron James 828. Anytime I can find LeBron shoes for decent price, and I did look up the comps on these. Comps were 70, maybe a little bit more for these shoes. I'll do some more research before I list them just to make sure. 10 bucks for these. Best find of the day, probably, which wasn't shown on video either, is this. Any of y'all got a guess at what this is? This is obviously Noah's Ark, but it's a menorah. So it's the candles that they light. Is it Jew? I don't remember. I'm not going to say it. I might say it wrong. But some religion uses these. And this thing was worth over $50, maybe $60, somewhere in that range. So that's it for this Thrift With Me video. Overall, pretty good amount of items I found, I think. No huge bolos or anything, but some cool items. And this one does still have like the wax on it, so I might have to do some work getting the wax off of these guys from previously burnt candles. And this is made by Roman, is the manufacturer of this. But yeah, that's it for the Thrift With Me. Don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite item that I found based on either comps or whatever. This is probably the best value-wise, unless that abacus checks out to be worth a lot. But yeah, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching.